We all offer something different and everyone's not for everybody. So that's one thing that people forget after they say it's saturated. Also remember, you're not everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Building Well podcast. I'm your host, Amanda Mago, founder of Ahadi Creations, providing brand and website design and business consulting for female founders. This podcast is full of candid conversations with female entrepreneurs with the aim of sharing insights from their journeys while encouraging you to stay on yours. Let's dive in. So before we get into more details and stuff, can you tell us what you do and who you help?
Yeah, so I help brands launch and sell their products on Amazon, Walmart, Target, TikTok Shop, basically any marketplace. And I help small to medium-sized businesses who have a product to sell and don't know where to put it online.
And that is essential because if you have it, no one else has it, then no one else is going to buy it.
Exactly. Or
Yes.
a lot of people will launch on Shopify and then they're like waiting for people to come to them. And it's like, I want your Shopify to do well, but just listing on Amazon can just like really open that up for you. So,
Yeah. We'll have to talk about that more because some people do think websites, period, that just having the website is all you have to do.
yeah.
And no, that's just the beginning.
Yeah.
It's just step one.
That just authenticates you as like a real brand. But yeah.
So how would you describe the season that you're in business currently?
Yeah, so for right now we're maintaining, and then come July, I try not to sign as very many unless they're perfect, wonderful, beautiful, because there's so much prep for Q4. Get the inventory to Amazon, get the email strategy, everything going for holiday.
How have you found most of your clients or customers that you've worked with so far?
Yeah, most of them are referrals. I've been in this space a very long time. This is what I've done since the start. So referrals, and then I've reached out on tools like Upwork, things like that, to find good clients because I like the smaller to medium-sized brands, and they're looking there. They're not posting on Indeed. I want an agency, you know.
Right, exactly. Yeah. I looked into Upwork at one period, but I didn't stay long. But so I'm glad you reminded me of Upwork. Yeah.
A lot of people are like, "Oh, it's too late. It's too saturated." And I think you can say that about anything. It's too late, right?
Everything's saturated. The world is saturated.
Yeah. So it's just like, just get there. Just get your first few clients there.
Exactly.
So, but majority of mine are referrals because brand owners know brand owners. So
yeah. That's good. That's great. Yeah, because even though it's so saturated, we all offer something different and everyone's not for everybody. So that's one thing that people forget after they say it's saturated. Also remember, you're not everybody. So there's someone for everybody for sure. Yep. Marketing wise, what marketing effort would you say you have found the most uncomfortable? Even though you're getting a lot of referrals, when you do have to do some form of marketing, is there anything that you do because you have to, but like quite honestly, you're just not for it?
I mean, I just made my Instagram account finally at 2 a.m. on Friday because I couldn't sleep. Like anything. I'm huge on growing brands. I get you need presence. I will tell brands out the wazoo, you need to post on TikTok every day. But for me, my personal or my business, nope. I don't do it. And it's not because I'm even nervous. It's just that's so much time, and I recognize you can't just post willy-nilly. You should have a full strategy. And but a small business, it's like that's a lot of money to put towards something that you won't see an immediate return. But I totally validate, understand it. You should do it. I am finally going to do it this year.
But I'll make sure I follow you. I'll go find you and follow you.
It's just, thank you. Because I didn't need to.
Yes, exactly.
I haven't, but at some point I will. It'll benefit me to have it. So I'm like, okay, this is the time. Let's get going.
Yeah, because some people, it's not that even they'll look at everything you've posted, but they just want to look there to see you're there. Like, okay, she's for real. Like that's their comfort.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's for real.
If
she's
she doesn't have
legit.
Instagram,
That's
then,
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had it for a little bit, and then I didn't post, and then something happened and my account got deactivated or something. And so I was like, ugh, all that effort.
Yeah.
And I have to start over. But I'm sure
Yeah.
it's for the best. So
Yeah. But I'm with you too. I'm not on TikTok. I don't plan to be. I'm kind of old school too. Not saying that older ones are not on there and they're not doing well, but old school in the fact that I don't care for everything that's going on TikTok. I'm just not a TikToker.
I'm not a scroller. Like I'm of that generation, you would say. People send me like TikToks, and I'm like, I don't have the app. I hope the video's funny. Like I'm like,
LOL.
Yeah, no, totally. Or, but again, because I'm that person, they'll be like, "Oh, look at this product I saw on TikTok Shop," and then I will buy it on Amazon because I'm like, "Oh, that looks cool. I'm gonna buy it on Amazon." So that's also why in this space, I have a whole team that has built TikTok Shop for brands like under my, my team.
Sure.
Because they work hand in hand. So like I get the value. I totally get it. But I myself am not a consumer of that content.
Same. But you're smart to have someone on your team doing it, so you ain't got to worry about it. Like, okay, you take care of that. TikTok people.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, you got it. You know, or you already know it. You know, I know Amazon. So
I'm glad you said that, 'cause since I'm not on TikTok. So most people, I don't know if it's standard, but people who have TikTok Shop, they're not automatically on Amazon. They have to do that separately, right?
Oh, yeah. No, it's every single channel is siloed. All of them.
Okay.
So, but they all can work together. So whenever brands go live on TikTok, we'll see Halo and sales on Amazon pick up. And we're like, what's happening? And they're like, we did a 1 hour live on TikTok. I'm like, okay, that's what's happening. Because some people just don't want to buy on TikTok. They don't want to wait the 2 weeks for shipping. They don't want to buy on the D2C, whatever. Everyone's got their preferred channel.
Oh, is it long on TikTok for shipping?
Yeah, because it's
or is that
not
standard
everyone
shipping? Because Amazon's like 1 or 2 days, but
yeah. So standard shipping, because TikTok is mostly, for most brands, fulfilled through their Shopify, through their D2C shop.
Okay.
So the order goes through there. So it's that same week process, week, 10 days, depending on the brand.
Okay.
You can link Amazon, you can link other channels to fulfillment, but not all do. So some people will want that item, but they want it tomorrow. Because that's the culture that we're in, right? We're in an abundance culture. So people will go to Amazon and they'll buy it.
Okay.
So
I was gonna ask you if there was something that you avoided doing for a long time, but then later worked. But one thing we know you avoided what started is Instagram, so that's good. But was there anything else that would you say like 90% of your stuff is referrals, or is anything coming from anything else, like percentage wise?
Yeah. I would say a good 75% are referrals. The rest are probably me presenting on podcasts, being on Amazon specific calls, or like referrals straight or inquiries straight through the website. So if you are looking for an Amazon agency, you live here in Utah, I will index high. So like some, Utah brands will find me. I'm going to work more on my SEO this year so I can branch that. But I would say the other 25 come from there. And that's just averages. But I would say I'm probably on at least 2 sales calls a week. Sometimes it's as high as like 2 a day, which is good because it's also hard. It's also, I can't just like sign anyone who wants to launch on Amazon. I know the space, so I'm super honest. I'm like, hey, this category, here's what you need to commit. Here's the ad spend that it would look like. And so then a lot of times we're like, okay, I didn't realize. And so, how easy it was or how difficult depending on the category. And so some brands, it doesn't make sense. So I end up teaching a lot on those calls, which is cool.
That builds trust too. That's good.
I will say, to answer your question in a different way, I actually started my agency in 2023 as a freelancer. So I helped brands launch and scale at a very, very, very large agency. And I did that for 5 years. And then I realized, okay, I want to work with different brands, small to medium. I want to be home with my kids a little bit more. So I started freelancing, and brands came to me constantly. It was, because people knew I did this. Like people were referring me to other people. So I got brands pretty quick. But within about a year and a half, I kept saying no. And finally I was like, okay, I need to actually hire people and do this thing. Like
Mm-hmm.
clearly it's a sign that
There's a
I'm
need.
helping. Yeah, there's a need. I'm helping these
Mm-hmm.
brands grow. I've built a model. I don't have to work 60 hours because in my head, I'm like, I don't want to do the agency
Got it.
grind I was doing
Yes.
before.
Yes.
And so I
Mm-hmm.
was like, well, I got to do it. So summer of 2024, I hired my first employee. And that was hard. Like I pushed it off until I felt I needed to. And then I waited to hire the next. But now there's 20 of us. My husband's on board. He's also now a co-founder. He does all the stuff I don't want to do. The contracts, the HR, the paying people,
Okay.
blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
I do the fun stuff.
I was going to ask, what do you like to do? Okay. Okay.
All the strategy, talking, being on
Okay.
calls, like any
Okay.
excuse to talk to another founder, talk to someone
Okay.
about Amazon, any chance to do that, I take it.
Away
So,
from contracts.
like, well,
Okay.
just like like little things, like making sure my team members get paid. That's so important. But I don't want to spend
Yes.
30 minutes figuring out why something didn't happen. Like someone else can
Yes.
do that, right?
Yes.
But
Yes.
but things that you want someone who has 12 years of Amazon experience,
Mhm.
like I should be on all those calls, you know?
Yes.
So
Agreed.
that's what I do.
Yeah, and then whenever we're hiring, we should keep what we enjoy doing because that will keep you in the game. Because if you don't like it, then you're not gonna be there long.
Well, and I even started because I took some poor advice early, and someone had advised me to hire someone for sales to help with sales and be on those calls, and so I did that. But then within a couple of months, I was more successful than they were. Obviously, I know my business backwards and forwards. I was the one selling more. They had a really hard time closing because it wasn't their business, like, and they didn't get it. And so I was like, okay, I need to not do that. I need to be on all those sales calls because I know by just talking to someone what to do to help them grow on Amazon. I can just tell them in the first 30-minute call our plan. But other people can't do that, right? They just they make it up more like a red tape process.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
so I realized there, okay, I really enjoy sales. I don't mind that at all.
It's a part
So
of you. Yeah.
yeah. So I just realized from now on, until the foreseeable future at least, I will be the one on all those calls, onboarding, selling the product, like doing it all.
Yeah, I like it. Are you integrating any AI action with all the changes?
What's nice is Amazon itself is focusing on integrating and building their own, so I can leverage theirs. We do AI for creatives a lot.
Okay.
So to do mass listings like apparel with every single color, like we can't do photo shoots for every apparel brand and have them, okay, your photo shoot's great, do everything again, but here are the Amazon guidelines. Like that is just not feasible.
Good point.
So just putting things on white backgrounds, cropping things quickly. We're using AI. Pros and cons, it's getting a lot better. But I would say we use it more for that.
When listening to stories just like this one thing that truly stands out to me is how much clarity and doing what lights you up truly impacts growth. If you're in a place where your business has grown, but your brand or online presence really hasn't caught up, that's exactly what I help my clients refine. You can learn more at ahadicreations.com.
Okay. And like behind the scenes tech-wise to run your team, because you've grown quite nicely. So what do you guys use to keep things streamlined on the back end, tech-wise?
Yeah, so for communicating amongst the team, we do Asana project management. Like we live in Asana.
Okay, like Asana. Okay.
We did ClickUp for a bit, but then we converted to Asana. And then for communicating with our partners and still internally, we use Slack. That's the best form I felt, and it's just so fast.
Slack is good.
Other agencies, they want to just do email, like very professional, but you can't move fast. Like I just, in my experience, you're not moving quick. You can't get on a quick call as easily. And so all of our brands are embedded in Slack. We're chatting constantly.
Absolutely.
So I would say that. And then I don't have a lot of leadership tiers. But we have like one director of account management that helps direct the account managers more so. And then we have someone who helps with all other like manual, those teams that are doing more of the manual execution. I have someone leading them. So I've built a few tiers to help streamline and build out processes.
Okay. That's cool. That's cool. So what have you seen that's been harder than you expected with the growth that you're having and with working with clients? What have you seen?
Yeah. Harder than expected. I hire everyone who already has experience in the space right now because I wouldn't say I'm at a level where I can train someone from the very beginning yet. So I pay for that expertise to bring them in. But even with that being said, if 8 of us have 10 years of experience, we all do things very differently. And so there are some areas where I still have had to train more than I expected on certain processes, or training people to do it like the Rosie Ray way, my company, right? To do it our way. And I should have anticipated that going into this, but I didn't realize how many different ways there were to launch a brand on Amazon, and like how many nuances people would come in doing. And so building out those processes for things that are really simple, just to make sure it's done the same way across all brands, I didn't anticipate needing to do. But I am grateful I have them all. I have all these processes now. It forced me to put more processes in place and make people do it more, again, like the Rosie Ray way, and not like I was just assigning a random freelancer to a brand and letting them go on their own. So it's good, but I didn't anticipate it.
Okay. Yeah, and that's helpful for others as well, because training is part of the game, I guess, no matter what level the person is coming in, because you have to learn your way.
Yeah, exactly.
Would you say there's something that you're still figuring out that's not quite polished that you still like to get even better, or to amplify something you're doing?
Oh, man, everything? I don't know.
Well, I mean,
I would say...
Is there something that comes to mind, I guess?
Yeah. I would probably say it's, and this is gonna, people wouldn't agree if I said this, but I would say client communication. I myself am an over communicator. I'm that person that when someone says, hey, let's get together again, next time we'll do it at my place, I'm like, great, it'll happen. I will make it happen. I will follow up. I'll text you. I'll make it happen.
Yes.
Like, I don't let time go without us reconnecting, if that's what we said. And so when I say, so I am naturally an over communicator, but that's not the truth of everyone that you work with or everyone you hire. So I have learned at the very beginning to set expectations with the brand, saying I will communicate with you several times a week. If you're not wanting an agency that's so embedded in your business, if you want this to be more siloed, I'm not the right person for you. Like we are truly an extension to your marketing team. So because of that,
in my opinion,
I think so too. But some are like, Tana, you're messaging me way too much. Like I don't have time to get you all this information.
Got you.
And so I've been surprised with how much pushback we've gotten from that, and then saying like, I'll get you that content in 2 weeks, and I'm like, but if you got it to me tonight, I could have it going by tomorrow.
No,
that's,
2 weeks is too long. No.
Yeah, no. Like that's my personality. I'm like, let's go. And so just setting those expectations with like all my clients and future brands we work with is something that it's really top of mind for me.
I appreciate you saying that, because I've never specifically said or considered myself an over communicator, because I would call that efficiency.
You would think. So
as you're talking, I'm like, yeah, that sounds normal. Yeah, I'm with you. Okay. But I can see it, because some people who hire out, maybe they haven't hired out much, or they're just not familiar with, because everyone does differently. But some people, like when you think of like social media managers, some people think you literally just give it to them and they do it all. No, you still have to work together. Right. So I guess I can see for some people, they just do it for me. Like, no, I'm going to need you to send it to me now. Because 2 weeks, like I can be starting on somebody else's stuff. Like, what are we doing? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
I'm with you.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, you're just teaching them efficiency. They'll get it. It's okay. One day they'll get it.
Well, and within a couple of months, we can get to that point because I have everything. Like, you've handed it to me. But it's like those beginning things were like, I have to hop on a call with them and, okay, right now, email me right now, the link to your Dropbox, the link to your this, like right now. Because then I can do it all. And then you're not, I hate waiting on other people. And I hate when people are waiting on me. So like, I just want it to be going fast. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Normally for me, how I kind of try to minimize waiting is I don't start till you send me everything. So I have a projected start date. And if you're late, then the date might have to move. And depending on my project timeline, you might not like where it moves. So I don't have the stress. I know we do different things, but for just to show, hey, both of our time is valuable. If you want me to begin, give me your stuff, give me your assets.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess it depends on, the field and what you're doing. Is there anything that you've refined or changed in your business that you've seen that's made a difference for you guys? Like, ooh, wow, that was good. I'm glad we did that. That, moved us forward, or other than hiring and easing your load.
Hiring out. I mean, yeah. So adding services earlier, additional services earlier was helpful. So I was talking to a few brands, this is probably 9 months ago, and a lot of them were just too small. Like, I was like, I don't want to take I was just honest. I'm like, I don't want to take your money to get this launched because I don't think you're ready. And here are the reasons why. Here's what I would do if I were you. Then come back to me in 6 months or come back to me in a year. And once I realized that kept happening, I then was like, okay, I need to make an offering for those people. Because there's a need for those people who just created their product, they're ready to go, but they don't have a ton of funding to put into it. It needs to grow slower. So I need to create an offering for them. So then I created an offering for them, and I made it work. It took time, but I made it work. So now we have a Rosie Ray Light program where they can start in, and then as they advance, they can go to our typical core offering. So like moving faster with those additional offerings, we launched TikTok Shop. We launched Walmart. We are launching these different offerings because people kept asking. And I've experienced doing all these things, but again, I can't do them all myself. So it was like, okay, there's enough of a need. I'm going to hire someone to help. We're going to build that out. Now we offer that as well. So moving faster, I wouldn't say I'm a perfectionist, but I want to give good work. I want to give good quality work.
You're efficient.
Yes. And I just had to realize, okay, Tana, your Amazon team, full management will never be perfect. Like, there will always be a process that needs to be cleaned up. Absolutely. But you've gotten this far. Like, be happy. Now start adding the next. Like, I'm not going to go crazy and offer 27 things and have none of them deliver. But once it's clearly delivering, it's clearly growing. Like, we have successfully grown brands 2-3x in a given year. Like, okay, we know what we're doing now. Now we can easily add more brands to that fire and begin with the additional offerings.
Okay. I like it. That's good. So you're doing great in business and you're growing and you got your employees. Is there anything that you're juggling outside of work that is in your life all the time?
Yeah, there's a couple things that are juggling. I have 4 kids. So there's that.
How old? How old are the ages?
Yeah, my oldest is 19, and then I have a 6-year-old, a 4-year-old, and an 11-month-old. So no one has a bigger range than me. Like, I have the range.
What was your second? What's the range? What's the difference between the 19?
11 months.
No, I mean the one after your third oldest, after the youngest.
19 and 6.
6. Okay. Yeah. So your younger 3 are like my 3.
Yeah. And so that's totally normal. But then I happen to have this 19-year-old boy. And so juggling the family to the different dynamics is tricky, obviously. Yes. I ended up leaning into this business and then decided to make that first hire, then found out I was pregnant, right? With that 11-month-old, right? And so it was just juggling that family life, but then also like this year we've decided we're gonna move, so now we're trying to figure out all those logistical things, like just basically just life, right? Like life still has to happen. And I created Rosie Ray, not wanting it to feel like a typical agency. I want you to feel like you have that true partnership that you've always wanted, those true experts. And I would say majority of our brands truly do feel that way. They we're constantly like praising them on social, commenting, sharing. Like we are an extension to their team.
If you're enjoying this episode, be sure to click the follow button and share with a friend.
And I'm grateful for that. But it's just something I'm very aware of. I want to feel like I can enjoy my work life and then enjoy my home life. And it's a lot harder when you own the business. Yeah. It's a lot harder to feel that way.
Yeah. So how do you manage or schedule your weekly routine with your kids?
On an average week, I typically work from about like 8:30 in the morning to 1:30 in the afternoon.
Okay.
I have a nanny that comes by and hangs out with my kids, watches them, plays with them, and they're here. So I'll go have lunch with them. Like I will, help feed if needed, but they're here. And then at 1:30, she leaves, and I for the most part, I'm done from 1:30 to about 7 when they go down. Because I want to be a mom. I want to be home with them. I want to change the diapers.
Same.
I want to go on walks.
Same.
So I get to do that thing. And just because of the time zone I'm in, Mountain Time, typically a lot of my clients happen to be on the East Coast. So it's 3:30. So it happens to work out that the schedule works. And then we spend a lot of our summer in actually the Pacific Coast. Like my family's from Oregon. So it's even easier for me to do this schedule.
Yes.
And so then I get to be with them. They get me. They get the fun. And then I put them down. And then I open up my computer if needed. I try not to, but if needed.
You mean in the evening after 7? Is that what you were saying?
Yeah. Okay. If needed, like if there's a Slack, if there's an email, something urgent, or prepping for my next day, I'll open up my computer. But I try at that point to go to the gym, spend time with my husband,
Okay. So do you do like morning routines too? Do you have are you a morning routiner?
I would love to. I'm not a part of the 5 a.m. club. Y'all are crazy.
Me neither. I would never.
Other
than school drop off, but I feel
so I'm a bodybuilder as well. So there are times where I'm working out in the morning, like during my heavy training, because it's so much. I work in the morning and then sometimes in the evening. So I have that morning schedule. But for the most part, the morning, we actually homeschool. So I'm like doing homeschool, homeschool. I'm prepping breakfast. I'm hanging out with them, going on family walks. Like we're spending time a little bit in the morning. But because my 11-month-old, she's always been sleep trained and she's been great, but she's still really young. So I try and spend the morning just with her. So
now I got questions because I've been learning. I've been learning a lot about homeschooling. I thought I was going to have to homeschool this year. It worked out that I didn't have to, but I still like to, first of all, I like to just know things and have knowledge of things because I have friends that homeschool too.
Yeah.
But, like a random thing that I learned last summer, when I was prepping, thinking that I was going to have to do that they have homeschooling expos. And I was like, okay.
They do.
Like, what?
Yes. Yes.
So now my question is, how do you, because I have another friend, she has more kids than you do. She's got her own business and she homeschools. Ooh. So how do you, and I'm also aware that there are a billion ways to homeschool. Yeah. And different states require different things.
Yeah.
So what is your homeschool? Are you the one who homeschools them? How are we? What are we doing? What are we doing?
What the heck are we doing? Fair question. So my 19-year-old was not homeschooled. Okay. He moved out a couple months ago. Now is on his own. Right. He graduated, but he did dual enrollment in high school and in a technical college. So he graduated with a technical degree in culinary. So we did a different path with him.
I like to cook.
Yeah. Yeah, so we did a different path with him. However, for our younger ones, we definitely wanted to homeschool. And so only my 6-year-old is at that level. She's kindergarten age, right? And kindergarten, at least here in Utah, is not a requirement. And so there was no paperwork needed to figure out how to or whatever send her to school, but we decided that we were going to do the teaching as well as hire a new nanny who was certified in child development and wanted to teach. And so our nanny that comes over is actually part tutor. Genius. And so Yeah, so we have like little binders that we've created with her
Mm-hmm.
of the learning materials, and so
Mm-hmm.
each week to 2 weeks, we kind of evolve it, change it. It's like math week because she's kindergarten, it doesn't have to be
Yeah,
crazy,
yeah, yeah.
you know. But we do like just a few lessons, and then my 4-year-old also does a few lessons, but hers are, hers are more fun, and it was to give her something to
Mm-hmm.
do
Mm-hmm.
while the tutor's really teaching my 6-year-old, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we just do little lessons in the morning. We do our own in the subjects that we care about, and then
Yes.
like we really want to make sure we teach. So reading was one my husband wanted to really teach her how to read. But other things like math or shapes and whatever, the tutor is teaching.
This is good. Mm-hmm.
The plan, like long term, when our kids are 10, 11, 12,
Yes.
is to
Yeah.
do
Tell me.
is to do something very similar though. Is
Okay.
it's the things that we feel that we are experts in, we can teach the best, or at least very well, we will teach, but the
Okay.
others we will hire out for. We will get a tutor
Okay.
for that we meet with, or we might use some online programs.
Okay.
Like we did a decent amount of Khan Academy with my oldest, and I really enjoyed that. But like, so we might use some programs, but a lot of it we do want to be in person learning just at our home. We hopefully will join a co-op, but right now
Okay. You're
she's
not.
too
I was
young.
gonna, because he's young. Yeah,
She,
he's young. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
our kids are young. My 6-year-old's in a competitive dance group, so she dances every
Okay.
single day. She's
Okay.
like my younger one is in basketball and gymnastics. Like my kids are so social. I'm not worried
Okay.
about that.
Okay. Good. Okay.
Um,
That's good. They're around people. That's good. That's good.
yeah,
Yeah. I always think it's good for in my opinion, for people to be open minded. I understand everyone is not in a position to homeschool. I understand that, but
yeah.
um I think it's good just to be mentally prepared. Like, 'cause when COVID happened, first of
When
all,
co-
when COVID happened, that I had a my first was because I have a 6-year-old too. So when
okay,
COVID happened, I was like, okay, you need to get your mind together to homeschool. Like, if this is what you have to do, now is
yeah,
when you
this is
need to start
life.
adjusting your mind.
Yeah,
So
yep,
I'm thankful that during that time, I literally was like trying to change my mindset. Like, okay, if this is what has to be done, like, you just need to be ready. So I'm trying to keep
yeah.
that because no one knows what tomorrow is going to bring.
No one.
So
Yep.
that's why I always like to hear from people doing. I'm like, okay, what's up? What you doing? How you do it? Because you never know. You
Yeah.
don't know. You don't know for sure. For sure.
Yeah. No, my oldest was 14 and he had to come home and I had to figure it out. And I was still working full time somewhere else. So I was like,
Mm.
how do you, yeah, it was tricky. That was a tricky
hmm
time for sure.
Are you
But
are you like a homemaker too, or do you cook, and how much of a homemaker are you? Because I find most people who homeschool are also the homemaker types, but not everyone. So, are you that way?
yeah, I, I would say my biggest problem is I want to do everything. Everything.
Okay.
So like,
Uh,
yeah, like I have the crock pot on right now with pork in it for
mhm.
the week, right? Like I'm constantly meal prepping, I'm constantly doing those things. I don't hire out cleaning. I probably
Okay.
should. Like I do it all myself. We make
hmm
homemade jam, we have fruit trees, we make homemade grape juice. Like, yeah, we do the
Yes.
whole
Yes.
shebang. But
Yes.
that's why we want
Yeah.
to move. We want acres of
More
like
space.
to grow our
Yeah.
own food, and yeah,
Absolutely.
where my husband grew up on that type of lifestyle, 100 acres, pigs,
Oh,
cows,
okay.
the whole
Cool.
shebang.
Okay.
Um, so
So he wants to
I'm
introduce that to
more,
your kids.
yeah, and for him it's like the hard work thing, but for me, I'm such a clean eater that I want to
Okay.
just make my own. I want to make my own
Absolutely.
salsa. I want to just make my own of everything because then I know
Absolutely.
what's in it. So,
hmm Absolutely. I agree. I agree. I'm with you. hmm
yeah.
Um, we're like in the country. How I prefer to
Oh,
live is like in the country, but close enough to get to the city. Like, I can go into the
okay.
city, but when I go home, it's quiet. So
Yeah.
where I actually live, because they're building up everywhere. Here I'm in Georgia. I'm in Georgia.
Yeah.
So where I am, anywhere there's open land, they want to build something. So
Yeah.
I'm in an area, it's like farm subdivision. Farm. So
Yeah.
like it just, So
Yeah.
I think it's good for kids to have exposure of both lives, but if you can live in the quieter one, it's nice. But
Yeah.
everyone has a different perspective of what's nice.
Totally.
But
We
yeah.
actually looked at Georgia. We're thinking more like the Nashville area, actually.
Okay. We have
Um,
family in
w-
Tennessee.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But Georgia has a huge homeschooling community. Huge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
they have a lot of events there for
Yes.
homeschooling.
Yeah.
So,
And a lot of
yeah.
co-ops and stuff too.
A lot of them. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. In Utah, there are a few, but not as much. There's a lot more, I would say, private schools here.
Okay. So you're moving states. I thought you were just moving like yeah, around.
We're moving everything.
You're moving
Yeah,
for
we are.
real. Oh wow. Okay. Well, I wish you guys the best.
Yeah, that's the goal. So
Cool. Nothing wrong with that. We like to travel and go all over. But that's exciting. Yeah, change can be difficult, but it can bring a lot of good things too. So I hope you guys find something you like.
Thanks. I just feel like you kind of know when it's time, like when you've kind of done all you need to here, and we've been feeling that way for the past 6 months, and so yeah, we've done all we need to here. So
yeah, and there's so coming down to the South, just like you already know, there's a lot of homeschooling support. So
yeah.
I think you'll find happiness somewhere in the South.
I think so.
Okay.
We also have no family there. No family here. All my family is Pacific Northwest. So
yeah,
so
we can still
keep making
them.
our own path. Oh yeah. No, totally. So
okay, cool. Well, I appreciate you so much for sharing all that you've shared with us.
Yeah.
Is there anything you'd like to share with the listener? Any offer, how they can connect with you, all those good things?
Yeah, well, as you heard, I just started an Instagram and a TikTok. I'll probably have 2 followers right now. So
hey, that is the start.
Don't mind, at Rosie Ray, RosieRai, named after my 2 girls that I had at the time, because I was leaving my job to build something for them. If you can follow me, that'd be great. But also just Tana Cofer on LinkedIn. I have a fairly large following and talk a lot about Amazon and just growth in general. You could always message me. I am an open book. I like to take calls to just talk to people who have just started brands and they don't know where to go and what's right for them. I've been doing this for a very long time. So anything like that. And then if you have an Amazon account or a TikTok shop account and you want a free audit, you just have to go to my website and go into Contact Us and click free audit. And we will do a free audit for you.
Okay. Thank you so much. And I'll be sure to link all that in the show notes as well. Thank you for coming.
Awesome. Of course, Kezia.
Okay. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode. The links to connect with today's guest can be found in the show notes, as well as all the links that were mentioned and any resources that would benefit you from today's episode. Check out the show notes that you'll find linked below this episode. You can also visit ahadicreations.com, AHADI creations.com/podcast for the show notes as well. If anything resonated with you today, leave a review. Let us know what your takeaways were. What are you going to implement? Be sure to also follow along wherever you prefer to listen to your podcast so that you don't miss the next one with us. Thank you so much. And always remember, together we can build.